Hi folks, how are you doing? Um, Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy Christmas Eve. Apologies for very little in the way of videos the last few weeks, but as I said, it is what it is at the moment down the allotment. I'm just getting ready for next year, so I don't really want to push, me doing mundane tasks really. I was supposed to be live a couple of weeks ago from home to talk about some books and other things, but I'm struggling with a bit of a cough and a chest infection, and it knocked me about that weekend. And I was fine one minute, and then I was poorly the next, and in the end, it never happened. And then we had a bit more flooding and stuff down the allotment, and that took up my time. And we've had so much rain; it's been untrue. So yeah, it didn't happen. And I thought about doing it tonight even, and to be perfectly honest, I just thought, well, people are going to be doing important things on Christmas Eve. They don't want to be watching me on nighttime on YouTube, do they? So yeah, but it's become a bit of a tradition now for me to do a video from down the allotment for Christmas Eve. I've done a couple of lives, I've done ones that have just been uploaded the day before and so on, but I thought, hey ho, I always come down on Christmas Eve. I always come down to feed the chickens. Hello, Mr. Hat, how you doing? And it's my little ritual now. Merry Christmas to you too, sir. It's my little ritual now of coming down to feed the chickens on Christmas Eve. That way I haven't got to come down on Christmas Day, and I never leave my chickens any more than 3 days. So I know that once their water's filled up, they're all nice and secure. They've got enough food for 2 days. I can probably get away with coming down Boxing Day afternoon, maybe even the day after, but I tend to leave it till Boxing Day. But no, it's all good. Everything's good. Everything's grand. It's a bit cold today. Not as cold as I was hoping. I was really hoping we'd start to get some proper frosts now, just so the ground can freeze and I can do some jobs, because it's so muddy, so squelchy. It's untrue. But no, it's been a good year actually down the allotment. I've really enjoyed this year. It's been one of my favourite years for being down here, even though I've had some horrible things happen. Um, I haven't let it discourage me too much. There was a time earlier in the year when I honestly thought about giving it all up, and I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't. And so far, so good. So far, so good. The autumn's been great. We're now officially into winter, according to the solstice and everything. And I just want it to get cold now. I just want some snow. Anyone who looks back on my old videos will know that we had some snow a few years ago, and it was ace being down the allotment in the snow. It was awesome. And I want that again. I quite like coming down here in the snow, seeing the chickens have a forage through the white stuff. Yeah, it's really cool. But now I've been putting some new paths in. Hey, Merry Christmas, Catherine. How you doing? Hi to everyone who's popping in on the chat. Like I said, it's just an impromptu. Impromptu? Is that the word? I don't know. It was just a random spur of the moment live. But yeah, I can't wait for tomorrow now. Going out for a family meal. Obviously, the kids all love Christmas. And it's just all gearing up now. We had breakfast this morning and watched Christmas with the Cranks. So that gets me into the holiday spirit. I love that film. Oh, cheers, Mr. Hat. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, it's I've lost my train of thought there. Lost my train of thought. So yeah, we're all geared up ready for Christmas. I've trimmed my old beard, so it's a bit more neater. Bit more neater. Yeah, I need to stop eating the mince pies though. Look at these fat cheeks. Crikey, I've put some weight on this autumn. Just gorging myself on Christmas food since like October. But no, we'll get tomorrow and Boxing Day out of the way, and well, get New Year out of the way, and I'll go back onto some kind of healthy eating, because I need to watch the old weight. Don't want to be carrying around too much timber. Not good for the old back and everything. Anyway, so what else have we done? What else have we done? Oh, it's a time on my clock. Is it off? Is it? Oh, I don't know. It's because I'm doing it from my phone. I just kind of press live and just put in a head in, and that's about it, really. But what else? What else have we done? Not a lot, really. I've done my paths. I'll show you. Spin the camera around if I can remember how. Here we go. So I had some bark delivered, so I've started to do the paths again. I do it every couple of years, as you can see. So we've got nice new bark down. Helps an awful lot with the water situation. And all I'm doing is one barrow at a time when I come down here. Obviously not today because I've got my glad rags on. Well, not really, but I'm not wearing my scruffy clothes. So we've sorted out all this bark. I've got loads more to do. Loads more. We're finishing off the last of the parsnips, which are there. Got loads, absolutely tons of parsnips. The chickens are getting through their kale, which is over there. But as you can see, it's just prep work. Starting to do a fence over there, which will keep the chickens in more, stop them escaping when I let them out. Obviously got loads of old pallets. Filling up my raised beds. Told fellow plot holders that they can throw all their weeds in here if they want, and I'll get mulch down next year. I'll get back out of the wind because it is cold and it's probably affecting the microphone. So yeah, that's basically what I've been up to. So it's not exactly, well, wasn't really much point doing videos of showing me rake bark, really, was there? Not exactly the most exciting things to be doing. Merry Christmas, Sam. Yeah, that's it really. Don't really have a lot to say today. Just wanted to check in with you all. Chickens are all happy, and it's all good. Just getting ready for the big fat man in the red suit to come tomorrow, and that'll be nice. Merry Christmas, mate. If I've missed any of the comments, Merry Christmas to you all. Obviously I'm on my phone and sometimes they pop up and disappear so quickly. Yes, Mr. Hat, catch you in 2020, mate. Once I've got Christmas and all out of the way, I can get back onto the swing of doing more YouTubey videos and stuff. You know, because of the way I've been feeling with this cold and stuff, I haven't even done any metal detecting. I haven't gone fishing. I've done the bare minimum down the allotment. That's it. It's, you know, just knocked me for six, really. Just not wanting to do anything. I also found out the other day that I got vitamin D deficiency, which is probably really why I've been so tired and stuff the last few weeks. And it's funny, they send you a letter in the post after your blood test, and they say to you, we recommend that you have a balanced diet of fish and vegetables, and you get out and get regular exercise in the sunlight. And I'm there reading it thinking, yeah, fish is my favourite food. I have an allotment and grow my own vegetables. I'm always outside if it's metal detecting, fishing, and down the allotment. After a couple of years ago, I stopped wearing loads of sunscreen and hats and this, that and the other to make sure I get vitamin D. And I'm still vitamin D deficient. Hey ho, what can you do? So I think I'll probably be taking vitamin D tablets now for the rest of my life just to make sure it doesn't happen again. Because it's happened twice to me now that I've had a blood test and they've said I've vitamin D deficiency. Oh, the shed door's just shutting. So it's gone dark. It's gone dark. So yeah, I can't seem to win with the vitamin D, but since I've been taking the tablets, I seem to have perked up a little bit, to be fair. But I was getting headaches and all sorts, and it just knocked me about really. I'm still getting the odd headache, but I've had tests and everything, and well, they haven't contacted me to say that anything's wrong. But God bless the NHS to all those people out there, because I had CT scans and blood tests and various appointments and this, that, and the other. And it was all absolutely free, and that's why we love the NHS in Britain. So yeah, but all good. Can't wait for 2020 to kick in. 2020, crikey, God, that makes me feel old. 2020, God. I was talking to my hairdresser the other day. I had my hair cut, and he was saying it still feels like the millennium. And I was saying to him that on 1999 New Year, I was glass collecting in a pub that's now been knocked down, the Vic in Newport in Shropshire, and there was a private party there that my family had organised, and I was working as like a glass collector, obviously partying, but also working with the barman to do that. And I was like saying that I was 15 or something, and now obviously I'm 36 and I have a son who's 13, I'm thinking, crikey, in a couple more years he'll be glass collecting on New Year and stuff to make money. Oh, it's funny. It is funny. 2020. tell you what, 2019 has been a strange year. It really has, hasn't it? I know I don't do politics on this channel. People that don't follow me, people who follow me on Twitter, will probably see that I do politics on Twitter. But you got that feeling where we've all got to start getting along with each other a bit more, haven't we? Yeah, all got to start getting along with each other a bit more. And I just hope that next year is better for that. I hope we can get back to like our core British values, I suppose, is what I hope for. Just generally people being a bit more nicer. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice, yeah. You do politics not on YouTube. Yeah, no, I do politics on Twitter. There's a lot of things that, I don't know, I love politics and I hate politics at the same time, and I don't know, there's little things that worry me about society today that, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm older and I've got kids, and maybe the world hasn't changed at all. Maybe 20 years ago it was exactly the same and I just didn't see it like that. I don't know, but there does see a lot of nastiness on Twitter, and it's not nice. It shouldn't matter unless you're a Nazi or a full-blown fascist. It shouldn't matter what your political view is. Everyone should be able to get along. It should be a case of just crack on with it and just like each other and stuff. But I don't know, it seems to be becoming more tribal. It's almost like football. I mean, it's an odd one, really. It's an odd one. I think the Queen is doing her Christmas speech tomorrow, and I think apparently she said that it's going to be it has been a bumpy year. I think that is very diplomatic of old Lizzie there. I think she summed it up quite well. Very British of her. Bumpy year. It has been a bumpy year. Let's just hope it gets better. Let's just, that'll be nice. Yeah, it's true. More same with my kids, and I mean, it's a difficult one. You don't want to tell your political allegiances too much on social media because people will always hate you for what it is. But I used to vote Conservative when I was younger because I didn't like the New Labour Party. I didn't like Tony Blair and this, that, and the other. But the last couple of elections, I voted Labour, and I don't believe in tribal politics. I don't believe that you should just say I'm always Conservative, I'm always Labour, I'm always Lib Dem, this, that and the other. I just think you should always pick for the best person, the person who's going to help society and help yourself at the end of the day. And obviously having a disability, and obviously having a son who has a disability, having a young daughter that, chances are that her kids could easily grow up and have a disability because it's in my DNA. In the UK, I worry about our National Health Service, the NHS, and some of you Americans, Australians, whatever, you might not understand the NHS, but after the Second World War, the government created a system where everyone in England, Wales, Scotland, everyone in Britain has free healthcare, and obviously everyone gets taxed accordingly to it. So the money comes out at source, you pay your national insurance stamp, and that's it. And I paid into mine, ever since I was in working, and it means that whenever you're poorly, doesn't matter what happens to you, you can go to a hospital and you can be seen by a doctor, and you don't have to worry about any money. It's all done, it's all cared for. And having a disability, that's NHS has it has saved my life because the way I was born, I think I had the cord wrapped around my neck and stuff, and if it wasn't for the NHS, the chances are I'd have probably died. And the same thing with my son and all that kind of stuff. And obviously I've had operations and things like that have helped me, and I just worry about it. And yeah, I think that's where the worry can quite easily turn into nastiness, and yeah, it's not always good. I can see that I bored people to tears here because obviously it's gone down from 6 people in the live to 3. But hey ho, I'm probably going to lose some subscribers now for saying I voted Labour and I used to vote Conservative. But hey, what can you do? We just need to be nicer. We need to be nicer to everyone. We need to respect everyone's opinions. We need to listen to the people we don't agree with. And we need to listen to their concerns. And I get it. I get why people voted the way they did, and I get why people are angry. But let's hope that next year is a better year, shall we? Globally, let's hope it's a better year with more niceness. It's a shame, really. It's a shame, really, that Christmas is the one day of the year where everyone is nice to everyone, and then the other 364 days of the year we're all moody little shits. And to be perfectly honest, it should be the other way around, shouldn't it, really? We should be better off if we were nice to each other for 364 days of the year and we're moody at Christmas. But hey ho, it is what it is. Yeah. Peace and goodwill to all men and all that. Hey, and I'm an atheist and I celebrate Christmas because, hey, I live in a Christian country. I love people getting together and I love family time and I celebrate Christmas and I don't believe in any religion, to be perfectly honest. But hey, that's what it's about. It's about getting together. And to be perfectly honest, we all know that Christmas is a pagan festival. That's it. I'm going to lose subscribers now, aren't I? But it's true. Jesus was actually born in September. That's the truth. If there was a Jesus, of course, and if you believe in that, that's up to you. So I've just missed some comments. Let me try and figure out how I get the comments up. How do I get the comments up, folks? Oh, there we go. They should reduce footballers' wages and give it to the NHS staff. They should. And I'm a massive football fan. I'm a Liverpool fan, and I am probably most of the problem, as in fan base, because I buy the stuff for my kids. I used to buy shirts else. I used to go and watch them play. I used to spend a hell of a lot of money watching football. And again, Americans, they might not kind of understand this, but it's really weird in the UK, and people will disagree with me on this, but religion isn't that important, seems to be, anymore in the UK, and church falls down and this, that and the other, and people don't really celebrate Christmas and religion the same way they used to. But football, oh my word, if ever there was a new religion that was taking over from actual religion, it would be football, or soccer as it is. You guys know it, because my word, that is something we are massively tribal about over here. And the wages footballers get, well, they get that because people like me spend our money on shirts and tickets and everything else, and so the footballers get a massive big chunk of that Christmas that financial pie. And it's bizarre. And it's like Christmas football be on Boxing Day, it'll be on over New Year. Christmas football is like, I know loads of people who just like, I can't wait for Christmas. Why? Football on every day. It's bizarre. It's really bizarre. But yeah, hey ho. But it'll be a good idea, actually. All football wages go to the NHS. That'd be ace, that would. Yeah. Right, folks, I don't know if I am boring you to tears. If you have any questions, ping them up, and I'll answer them. And if you're watching this and it's not live, drop a comment below and I'll answer it. Always drop comments. I love hearing from all you people and all your comments and stuff. Especially this time of year, it's nice knowing what you're all doing. And to all my Australian people. Sound like an evil dictator. To all my Australian people, to all my Australian subscribers and followers, I hope you're all okay, because you're going through a really shit situation down there at the moment, aren't you? The fires and stuff, I'm seeing them on the news over here, is absolutely ridiculous. And Christmas is bad any time of year, but to be Christmas and lose your home and things, it's true. And also the people in the north of England who have had the floods and have, just, I hope you can salvage something nice from this year, and just have a good Christmas, whatever you're doing, because feel for you, because I'm there moaning about a little bit of water on my allotment, and you guys and girls have lost your homes to flood and fire, and it's not nice. So I hope you can at least have a glass of something and a mince pie, and at some point, have a little smile, even if it's only for 5 minutes, because it's not nice, is it? It's not nice. Getting ready for work in the USA. What do you do for a living then? What's your what do you? Because Christmas Eve, I must be retail or something, I imagine, or do offices and stuff open on Christmas Eve in the USA? I know in the UK the only people that are really working on Christmas Eve is retail and probably services like police, ambulance, fire and stuff. Is that right, or am I just being naive? So I always had jobs where basically I didn't work on Christmas Eve. So yeah. Trying to figure out how to get these comments up again. Oh, where did I hatch my chickens? And I went, no, mine are ex-battery rescue hens. So I don't know if you know about ex-battery rescue hens, but the eggs you buy in the supermarket, obviously that even if there's sometimes when I say ex-batteries, they're not always ex-batteries. They could be ex-free range. But when you buy eggs in the supermarket, the best time to have chickens for their egg productivity is the first 2 years of their life because they produce an egg pretty much every day. The hybrid ginger chickens do. But after 2 years, they might only produce 5 eggs a week rather than like 7 eggs a week. Yeah, rather than 7 eggs a week. So the farmers obviously can't afford to their profits get cut by feeding a chicken that isn't laying an egg for 2 days. So what they used to do was basically sell the chickens to like dog food factories and this, that, and the other, and start again with young chickens. And so every 2 years they'd get new chickens. So there's a few charities that have now basically they rehome them. So the farmers call them up and say, we're getting rid of our chickens. Would you like some? The charities put emails out and they say, would anyone like any chickens? And you can put your name down and you go and rescue as many chickens as you can rehome. So my girls are ex farming egg layers. These two of these girls were batteries. Two of these girls were from free range. The battery ones were in a horrible state when I got them, but they get a new lease of life. And now, or two of them are probably the best part of 6 years old now, maybe, maybe 5 years old. So yeah, they have a nice little retirement home, and if they don't produce an egg every day, I'm quite happy with that. And that's where I get my chickens from. Don't get me wrong, I have hatched chickens before, and I would do it again. I'm not against that. The only problem with hatching your own chickens is you will get cockerels. It's what you do with them. I mean, you can keep one if you can, but then you can't really keep more than one unless they're brothers because they fight, and then it's really hard to rehome cockerels because no one wants them. So you end up with an animal that basically your choices are kill it and bin it or kill it and eat it. And do you really want to do that? So if it was me and you're starting out with chickens, see if you can get some rehomed chickens. Oh, hang on. Oh, only working half at life insurance exams. I see people who are off today. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through the comments. See if I've missed anyone. Are you hoping to get expats next year? Are you? Yeah. It's a really cool way of doing it. Really, it's really good, and I'd highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Right, folks. Thank you for all dropping in. Anyway, it's been awesome. I've got a few plans for next year. Yeah, I've got a few plans. People who follow me on Twitter, which is at Shrop Allotment, you'll see it. It's got a picture of me and a chicken on it. If you type in "Grow Your Own Life" on Twitter, you'll find me. If you've probably seen my idea because I've started a little crowdfunding, but I'm planning on making a video for that before I launch it properly next year. I was going to talk about it in the live a couple of weeks ago that never happened, but basically I'm trying to get a van together because I want to make a vlogging van so I can go fishing, metal detecting, and to other people's allotments, and I can talk to people about basically their life, their mental health, their disability, their allotment, what they fish for, what they metal detect, why they get outside, all that kind of thing. I basically want to go up and down the country and meet people and have a cup of tea in the van and have a chat. That's my plan. So something I'm going to try and crowdfund because I've worked it out. I probably need about £4,500 to do it, and that's to buy a decent van, something I can get the scooter in the back of, and something that when I need to rest, I can, have a decent memory foam mattress in there, and I can have a rest and this, that, and the other, but still kind of enjoy my hobbies because sleeping rough like I used to do and sleeping in hedges and when I'm fishing and sleeping under tarpaulin and all that kind of stuff, it's just, yeah, the way my disability is now, those days are past. I can't rough it anymore, so I need a base camp. So I want to try and convert a van into a vlogging base camp. So that is the plan of action for next year, but more to follow on that, folks. Anywho, I'm probably going to shoot off now. I don't think there's any more comments. No, but to everybody that's dropped in, to everyone who said, well, to everyone, even if you don't celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, is it Ramadan this time of year? All those different things that are happening. Just have a really nice December. Have a great New Year. And I look forward to seeing you in January. I probably be my last video of the year now, unless something really fantastic happens or I get bored at home. But no, have a good one, folks. As always, it's been a pleasure reading your comments. It's been a pleasure seeing the little ticker go up and see that people have watched my videos for another year. I don't know why, because I'm just a daft allotment person and a daft angler and a daft metal detectorist, and I'm very much an jack of all trades and a master of none. But no, it's been nice. It's been nice. It's been really good. Right. It's a storm cloud coming over, so we're probably going to get more rain, so I'm going to try and get back to the car before it rains. So until next time, folks, and once again, have an awesome holiday season. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I will see you very soon. Thank you very much. Yeah, and you all stay safe. You know, everyone around the world, people with the wildfires and the floods and everything else, and the volcanoes and stuff, but stay safe, folks, and take care, all right? See you soon.